Good morning, everyone. It's Heather here at Trading Rebels, and I wanted to do a quick video here. I'm going to be out all day. The screen share will be up, but I'm going to be out all day. We're going to go get Sherman. This is his final trip home. He will have his final radiation treatment today, so we're super excited. We will be out all day going over to Mississippi State. And for anybody in here who is maybe an alum of Mississippi State, they are probably one of my favorite schools now, or they are because they have been so amazing. Oh my gosh, the vet school there is just some of the most caring people in the world, so big shout out to them. Okay, so let's take a look at the future. So we're coming up off of these futures. We were actually cruising along really nicely there until just this past, say, let's see. Sorry, I got to get my pre-market on here. Yeah, we were doing really well until about 10 minutes ago. Not even 10 minutes ago. And looks like we're starting to push back up a little bit. But we started to fade off, and then, I don't know, I'm not sure what the news was, but we just had a pretty decent 5-minute candle on the 805 candle, so I have no idea what that is. But, and nonetheless, so what am I looking at here? Really want to push this back up over the 20. Yesterday, we just had okay volume, right? It wasn't anything exciting. So this doesn't really tell me a lot other than the fact that no idea what's going on in the market. The bulls and bears are fighting it out, and right now they're taking a pause. It's a tie. So we'll watch today what I am looking for. I want some kind of decision. You see yesterday's candle is an inside candle, and here we're holding right at the lows, was our open today, of course, and then pushing on up. So we'll see. Continue to watch us. Watch for it to push up over the 20 there, and this, of course, is the S&P futures. So a couple things I want to talk about. We were talking about it in the room. This was actually on the watch list the other day, and we've talked about it. So it was on the watch list yesterday, and we've talked about it several times. Just Rocket Mortgage overall, we were in it back here, did really well. It came back into a beautiful support level, which is why I liked it and watched it push off here. And then it got reddited. Yes, I think Reddit is now not just a noun, it is a verb, and this one got reddited. So they pushed this into the meme stock, like GameStop and things like that. Difference is I actually really like Rocket Mortgage. it's a legit company. So it kind of disappointed in this, but what is my plan on this? Absolutely nothing. I think it is a great day trader as long as you are extremely cautious and have tight stops, because you can certainly get this beautiful run up. But remember what happened to GameStop. Yes, this part. I'm not saying we're in for that yet. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, though, is that the valuation where they're pushing it to, it's not a good valuation. It's not, even realistic. When you think of companies that people talk about, oh, they're overvalued, they're this, they're that. A lot of times they still have a good business model. They have good products. They have all of these things. Tech companies. Look at like your Googles, your Amazons, Apples, things like that. People are like, oh, they're just completely overvalued. Well, yeah, but at least they have something, right? They have something that we can all see that we, as a market model. And I'm not saying GameStop or Rocket isn't that, because they're a mortgage company. They've made a good name for themselves, and they have a lot of good-looking forward guidance, but probably overvalued for where they are now. So in Rocket, please be very cautious. It is sitting right now at 38.65, so we're just here in the top part of this candle. Just be cautious. Don't assume that because it is up here that it has to go down and buy puts and then hang on and ride the plane to the crash site. That's a really dumb thing to do. Let it do its thing. Scalp it, day trade it, be very cautious. Don't put it, don't bet the bank on it. And when you take profit, say thank you very much and move along. Take the money and run, as Don constantly says in the room. Take the money and run. Okay, so that's my spiel about Rocket. Now, I want to talk about DraftKings. I am in half of a position of DraftKings. I got out of the other half yesterday for a really nice profit. I have the sell initially set here at 680. I am going to go ahead and move that up. I can always bring it back down. If you have a chance to watch it, during the day where you can always come back to it, that's awesome. But what this is setting up, Look at this beautiful green candle, doji, kind of a doji-ish candle, indecision candle, and now we're pushing back up. Love this. This is a very nice pattern. Even though we closed as a red candle, our trend still pushing toward the upside here this morning. Right now it's at 71.60. I am adjusting my sell to 7. So if you have the chance to watch it or you feel comfortable with that, it may take it out anyway, higher than 680. We've seen that. That happened yesterday on Uber. When that sold, it actually sold higher than what I had my sell in that first half. So that's my plan with DraftKings. It's moving up nicely, 71.75. It is touching a monthly pivot here on the daily candle. Still like DraftKings, and nice, no idea this was coming up. They had some nice news with Dish Network. It is posted up here. Not really a lot, but they're doing an app integration. So good for them. Uber. I know a few of you are still in Uber. All right, sorry about that. I had to take a quick pause. Uber, I know some of you are still in Uber. I sold out the second half of my position yesterday, but it is gapping up this morning. So I think Uber continues to look good. I would watch it, on the 5 minute there. You probably have a little pullback at the open. That tends to be how they work, where they pull back a little bit before moving. We're on the downside of that candle, but that just may be overall movement with the market here, in the pre-market. But Uber, for those of you that held on, excellent job. That is awesome. And then I know a couple of you still have NLS. So that was our trade that we took yesterday, late in the day. I thought that this was going to be a really nice swing, but it ended up selling for 10% there before the close. But again, I know some of you are still in this. What I would look for in Nautilus today is a close above the 8. That's what I would like. It touched above that 8 yesterday. It touched above there here in pre-market. There is a gap sitting up there, so if it closes above the 8, I think that's still good for a swing. It has the 50 and a monthly pivot sitting really close together at 22.50-ish, maybe 22.55. So keep that in mind, that is sitting up here. But looks like a good trade. A lot of volume came into it yesterday, late in the day, and pushed it. So for those that are still in that, good for you. But again, look for that that close above the 8 EMA. So those are the few things that I was watching, or that we had been watching and playing here. Real quick, continue to watch the cruise line, CCL, NCLH. These are ones that we did talk about yesterday, but they are continuing to move on up. In CCL, I would look at the April 30s. In NCLH, the April 32.50s. LVS has been on our watch list. You see a pattern here, right? They all kind of look the same. Texas, by next week, open up. They're removing their mask mandate. They're opening up. So maybe this is a start of the dominoes falling. Florida's been open for a while, so we're going to watch as things start to get open. And vaccines are rolling out, even more, that Johnson & Johnson getting out there. So we have plenty of different vaccine types that are getting out there. They're harder to get. Yay, my mother is scheduled to get hers on Thursday, so we're pretty excited about that. On Friday. But these are continuing to move on because we're looking forward. We're looking forward to the end of the tunnel, that light at the end of the tunnel, and it is not a train. It is just sunlight, I promise. Good. General Motors here. Nice close here above the 20. We talked about this one as well. I like the 416.55s here in General Motors. Some of the oil companies. CVX here, the 416.105s. Right, to continue a push on up. And XOM. Now, where would I enter a lot of these? I would allow the market to kind of settle in a little bit. We're sitting about 120 points in the Dow right now. Allow the market to settle in, and then look, I would say use like a 30-minute opening range, maybe even an hour. That way they set up a little bit better for those swing trades. Okay, that is it for me today. I will see you all tomorrow. If you have any questions, send me a private message in the room, or send me an email, heatherc@givingtreetrading.com, and I'll get right back to you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will poke my head in the room a few times throughout the day. Okay, I will see you soon.